One phase, zero, stop recording video, button.
Hi guys. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a punishment that did not matter. So basically what that means is a punishment, something you got punished for, or something that I got punished for that didn't really make a difference because it's not really a punishment anyway. And you'll understand why when I explain this. Okay. I went to this summer program called Drew. It was for those of you that live in New Jersey, there's Drew University. Or, well, those of you maybe have heard of it, but it was a college prep program. So you went there, you take classes, they took you on trips on the weekends. Some kids went home. I stayed, but that's beside the point. But it was basically a college prep program. So you were there for 3.5 weeks, and you lived in a dorm. You lived in freshman dorms with, you had a roommate, and then the RAs had the single rooms. So if you did something you weren't supposed to, whether that would be having been late to class, if you skip a class, if you are late to meals. So, for example, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we had to meet in the lounge first, just to make sure everybody was all together. And then we would all walk down together. They would take attendance. They would see, if we were all there. And then if we were, that's great. We would go. If not, we'd wait for them. They would come looking for that person. So if you were late twice, you would get an early curfew. So if you were late once, it was a warning. Like, okay, you were late. Try to be on time, make sure next time you're on time. So, yeah, so the second time you would get an early curfew. Let's see, you would also get it for, if you misbehaved, if you were aggressive towards someone, if you calling people names. Basically, if you misbehaved, if you did something you were not supposed to be doing, if you broke a rule. I mean, I had one of my roommates, because I was there twice. She was there, and she did something she wasn't supposed to be doing twice. One time, she and her boyfriend were making out in the basement, and they banned us from going in the basement. They said for all of us, the basement's closed. And I remember I asked why, and the head RA, he said, because I said so, but I found out why, because my roommate was making out, and somebody else, one of the other RAs, the two head RAs, there was because people were misbehaving. People were not behaving appropriately. So, if we had to do laundry, we had to have one of the RAs go down with us, which was really stupid. But, here we are, 16, 17, some of us are 18, 19, 20 years old, and being treated like children. But that's beside the point. But, okay, so...
One phase, zero phases.
I also had, my roommate did the same thing. She had early curfew another time for going someplace where she didn't say where she was really going. So she went somewhere else. I think she said she was going they were going to the bookstore, but the bookstore was closed. So she wound up going for a walk. So she got in trouble for that. She got early curfew for that. The bookstore was closed. That was out of their control. So, I mean, I guess they should have come right back and said, hey, the bookstore's closed. We're going to go for a walk instead. But there's really they shouldn't have to do that. We're not 5 years old. So, basically, what happened was, okay, so early curfew means that so for example, on weekends, because weekends was when I got it. Early curfew is when you had to be in your room earlier than everybody else. So curfew was midnight on weekends, and either 11 or 11:30 on weekdays. I think it was 11. So 11 on weekdays, midnight on weekends was curfew. So early curfew meant we had to be in our rooms at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock one year, 8 o'clock the next year. So we had to be in our rooms at 8 o'clock if we did something we weren't supposed to be doing. So I was always one of those students. I was always in my room. I was always in the room. I was always just, hanging out in the room. So I never really went around doing whatever. I was in the room a lot. So whenever we had free time, you would find me in the room. So I remember twice I got early curfew. One time I was being stupid. Stupidest thing I got early curfew for. Like one time I got early curfew for making bird noises. And another time I got early curfew for singing. Okay. For singing a song in Spanish, I got early curfew. So I got early curfew because I was making bird noises one night, and then another night I was doing it. I got early curfew for singing. Okay. So I had to be in my room at 8 o'clock for that. So the thing is, it wasn't a punishment because it didn't matter. Because had I not had early curfew, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because even if I didn't have early curfew, I still would have been in my room. I would have been in the room either way. So it really didn't matter. It wasn't a punishment. So, yeah, they punished me by giving me early curfew, but I don't go out. I didn't go anywhere. So it really wasn't a punishment. I even told my roommate that because she came back in the room because she was out, and then she went in the room. She came back in the room and she said, I said to her, this early curfew isn't really a punishment because I'm always up here. I think she was kidding around with me when she said this, but she said, oh, so should we, maybe I should tell an RA that. Maybe they'll give you late curfew. I think that's where you have to be in your room at 2 a.m. But, yeah. So I even told her, because the thing is, it didn't matter. It wasn't a punishment because I'm always up there. So I didn't care that I had to be in my room at 8 o'clock as opposed to midnight. I mean, what was annoying was that the thing with the bathroom. I had to ask if I could go to the bathroom. So I remember there was one night where I had early curfew, and so did the whole camp. And I was just kind of kidding around about it. I was like, oh, I have early curfew, and the RA was like, that goes on your report. So I was like, yeah, and I took it seriously. I'm like, because you got a report that they had to write up.
Large face, 0 faces.
So I remember there was one night where almost the whole camp had early curfew. I think they were smoking or something. I don't even remember what happened, but I came out of my room to go use the bathroom, and there was all the RAs were just sitting in the hallway, and one of them's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom, and they're like, oh, you gotta go back in your room. I'm like, and then he said, use a bottle, and then someone else, one of the other RAs, she's like, no, you go ahead, you can go to the bathroom. Because, that's the only place you're allowed to go when you have early curfew, and that's it. No, you can't go hang out in the lounge, you can't go to the basements, do laundry. No, you cannot go anywhere else other than to the bathroom. So, yeah, that's basically my video for today, talking about a punishment that did not matter. Yesterday was worst punishment. So, if any of you guys, want to talk about your, go ahead and share down in the comments below. Share your worst punishments, or, your punishment that didn't matter. I'd love to hear your stories, or, if not, you can even do a link, do a video. If you guys have a channel, you could even do a video for me to watch. You can leave the URL to the video in your channel. So, yeah, if you guys want to, leave your stories, your worst punishment stories, or your punishment that didn't matter stories in the comment below, go ahead. I would love to hear your stories. Well, that does it for today, and I'm going to go ahead and get this up for you guys before midnight. because I gotta do 30 videos this month, and today's already the 7th, and I'm like, I gotta do 23 more videos, but I'm gonna be doing some other fun stuff. I don't want to give it away, but I'll be doing other fun stuff, and that's all I'm gonna say. So, yeah. So stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Leave some comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, bye guys.